Howdy, howdy, schmatty, potty. I don't know how long this will actually be because of the fact that I'm going to keep it talking about the dabe that I'm going to be making pretty soon. Um, it's kind of an invention. It's like all inventions out there. It's based off some previous invention, and then that either catches on or doesn't, and then becomes the difference between an invention that's genius and an invention that's not is how much is it used. Plain simple. That's it. How much is it used? How much is the invention used? If it's used very frequently, genius. If it's used whatever, it can still be genius, but it's going to take someone to appreciate it. Like, like how you invented this new thing. Okay, what does that do? It makes sure that pulls never have, okay, it's fucking genius. If you say so, I mean, it's in the filtering, and once you explain it out, they're like, oh, that's pretty genius. Right? And like, yeah. I don't know why you got to have posters on your wall, Jim. That's kind of insane, you know? But, you do you, Jim. You do you. Um, The dah-bey, what is it? It is going to be, if you're familiar, a short scale bass. I believe it's a three-quarter scale bass. Let's go ahead and post some actual factual so that I'm not lying to you, some bold-faced bull shizzle, right? No one needs that. There's enough of that in the world. So, right over there, bro. That's better. More like it, anyways. So, first off, we're going to try and figure out something new to do. What's there new to do with this world in music? Pretty much everything's been done. One thing I've always felt has been lacking in music for a long time, and so has everybody else, whether you want to admit it or not. And it's proven by the 8, 9, and 10 string guitar. There needs to be some lower frequency instrument that is between the bass and the guitar. Something to fill those frequencies. It always feels a bit hollow, especially if the guitar player takes off and starts playing a lead guitar. So that's one of the reasons why I've always considered bass to be a bass instrument, guitar to be a mid instrument, yeah, and then something like a higher would be a high instrument, but it's not really that way at all. It's like it's bass is a bass instrument, but it can go even lower with the 5 string and 6 string. If you want to go real low, um, or just tuning really low, like you do with the guitar, and the same with the guitar, and but that's more of a high. It's in the high frequencies. The high strings are in the soprano. You're shredding up there. When you go low, you're like in the mid, the high mids and low mids. There's like an alto and a tenor. I don't remember which one, and baritone. You know what I mean? I don't know all that stuff. I went to school for it, but I didn't like graduate. I just went there and was mostly stoned a lot. Oh, that was so great. That one time I finally figured shit out. Anyways, so let's go with the short scale bass and give you some proper information about this. I'm going to be getting an Ibanez Micro. So let's go ahead and do that. This is it's very inexpensive. There's a used one. I want to prove that the case. Let's find out what they have at Guitar Center. That's what we'll do. Or Musician's Friend. So I wanted to have this mid instrument. I want to be very easy to just kind of play and fret through. Like most people that sing will either play rhythm guitar, which is like the lower strings, right? Don't even need the top like 4 strings, pretty much. Top 3 strings. Pretty much don't even need them. Aside from a few places where they get kind of like jangly in there, but I mean, if you actually divide the thing up, then the lead guitars could be doing a lot of that stuff, and you could be handling the low stuff. And then you just divide the job into the actual 2 instruments: cello, violin, and a bass, not just a bass and a violin. Especially not just a bass and like a upper tenor or whatever the fuck that is, the higher one. So I'm gonna look for a micro bass, short scale bass. Use short scale bass. That's it. I looked it up before. Yeah, you guys right there. Got it. So you got all this to choose from. I just want to make sure proof of concept. So I'm gonna go to 50 to 100. What do you got? It's almost worth it. If I like the headstock better, I'd do it. But I don't. I don't like the headstock at all. And not when I can just pay like about $50 more and get. I don't even know who Syntronics is. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't trust it. No, not like I trust this. Yeah, like 154, 149. So this kind of price, you'd be if you wanted to try it out yourself. No one's stopping you. I can't. I could always keep it under wraps until it's done. But why? If someone goes, dude, I tried it. It fucking works. Like, yeah, yeah, it's fucking great. I can contact my dude, the company. I've contacted. It's already starting. People are starting to make the short scale, but I mean the short scale base themselves. Now, if we start selling them, as Equinox designed specifically for this, maybe put in like a, like the split. We can you can customize the inlays, the pickups, the wood it's made from. Start doing like arch tops and stuff like I was talking about. Have part of the body, how you'd arch the top with a maple. Use a thicker piece of Polonia. It's got some really cool. It can probably be stained to look kind of like the spalted maple and stuff. You can do yeah. There's all kinds of stuff you could do with it. Like if you wanted, you could probably. It's a very I won't say pale, but it's got like really nice grains. And so just let it soak in the stain until it matches the mahogany in the bottom. If you wanted to get them like looking like a big matching book set, once you get the two stains colored to match together, then just like one piece, it might have like a little seam in the center between the two. But I mean, the mahogany ash or whatever you put in there will add the extra weight that Polony is missing. Polony is a very lightweight wood, but it is rot resistant, warp resistant. So you'd want that to be on your top. It's beautifully colored sound. It's just got all kinds of positives to it. The only problem that it is very lightweight, and so therefore you would need the weight, the strength of the mahogany underneath to balance out the extra pull and push and stuff like that. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'm the type I wouldn't mind if they took the whole fucking like however much wood that would be, and then just ground that up and then made it into a fucking compact. Just a plywood that had like a thin veneer top, and or just arch the top and then put like a spalted maple veneer on there. It doesn't have to be the actual thing for me. The main thing is the instrument solid? Is it going to hold it? Can I put like the neck bolted in? Not just a bolt on, but set. Those kind of things matter to me. I've learned a lot in my little time that I was doing there. So let's see, go with this one and these guys right here. Told you, I guess I didn't. Price low to high. Here we go. These are the ones we have available. 159, 154. I would rather have black hardware, but let's just start with what we got, and then we can always swap out. Can't find that beige, huh? I'll find another one. It's all right. They're always coming for sale. Yeah, it's just such a light fretboard, but again, it's just proof of concept to make it done. If I can get this done, if they make one on their end, let me see if they even contact me back. I'm gonna be looking at what happens when I type in certain stuff. So just you mind yours and I'll mind my big booty business. That's what I'm gonna do. Completely new bass guitar, completely new and a different instrument idea. So please list us out image and specs details. Let us build as per work. Price and hope you do guitar again. Regards. Oh, I think I replied to that one already, didn't I? Yeah, because I was saying I have some rather clever and legal ways to outdo copyrights to work for all fretted instruments. I don't want the money. I don't only want the instruments and the viability and trust to talk to more people who can help me get my other ideas up and running. Honestly, like say I made like a small percentage of this dah-bey, and it became pretty big. Even just the standard tuning because people didn't like the nine. It's not a bad chunk of change. It's not at all, especially if you're helping them set up the website to do direct orders. You know, and I just take off the models, the Equinox name. They have like right now it's like Libest, Lybest. I think the Equinox would be better. Several different headstocks they can choose from, so you have these drop downs and a way for you to upload. They do customs. You can upload your images of what you want your headstock to look like. I do mine actually in Photoshop, So they're not going to sit there and do that together with you. I'm sit there back and forth. But if you have an idea directly and you have the measurements, you send it to them. They can do it as long as it has like basic idea of it. They'll probably confer with you if you're not the best. But now with AI, boom, you know, so it should be easy to do that. Hell, there may be like an AI custom guitar maker. You can even choose the number of frets. You can choose what the inlays. You know, Mine to start out, I want to get where the frets are as low as possible, so I can slide up and down within the fret, and you can hear the difference between A at the close near the fret, A in the middle where it's exactly tuned, and A all the way at the bottom where it's a little bit flat. And then when it goes to B a little bit sharper into B sharp, then you can actually hear like in one fret. If probably have enough room that you instead of just being like sit up there against the side and do like this, you play more geometrically. Like you can start doing like weird bend and slide. So it's going down as you're bending up. What I mean? It's weird kind of fucking. It likes to make a difference. Yeah. So when you're playing, instead of just doing one of those big. It wouldn't matter if you were doing all the way around. you know, because the fret would be this one first fret probably stop here, second fret probably stop there, third fret about here, fourth fret about there, fifth fret about here, sixth fret about here, seventh fret about here, and then and then again you get the whatever it would be where this is the ninth fret is about that wide octave. So you have the string mimicked, open string again mimicked right there. Hmm. Eight. Why? Octave. Fucking crazy sound. But yeah, the dah-bey is definitely about doing something new, teaching yourself. There's no proper way to tune it. Only way that if you were going to tune it would be by a tuner, as long as you're using 440 as A. 440 is A4, 330 as A3, 220 as A2, and 110 as A1. I mean, it's going to need a whole new tuner and everything. That way, it's not going to be. I mean, this Fender, you put Equinox because it's going to have A, B, B sharp, C, D, E, E sharp, which doesn't exist anywhere else besides our tuning. But it's like, I mean, it's more designed to get you into like I'm not trying to replace that at all. I play by that. I'm saying to make people easier for people to step into music and start playing along with music. As a musician, this would help. This make it way easier to get into music. And then like, yeah, but I don't understand chords. I'm like, you're gonna have to study some more music. If you're cool with making music, original music with like this, it'd be like if everybody was doing like a new thing of with drop D tuning with some new notes, believe it or not, some new microtonals, like a microtonal D tuned guitar, drop D tuning guitar, and drop D tuning bass, and drop D tuning mid range. And now the drums you can do this. And if you get like the thin ones, it can be like a percussion kit at the 180 flip. But it wouldn't be as deep. The snare, of course, you probably with this, you probably take it off and then get actual snare and put it on. That's not hard to do at all. But the toms, that's the main thing. You flip those over and they're actual toms. With the thinner shells, more of a percussion kit, but it still works, doesn't it? Like if you want to do an acoustic kit, you just flip it over, put in an actual snare, a cajon on the floor. Either put those shades over your cymbals, which probably be this exact shape. I mean, it would be much easier if they just kind of dripped over. Um, But if they were, yeah, I mean, if it was, it could be like a fabric that has like some wiring underneath it, and it has like some pieces on there, and then that just stripping over would mute out the symbol completely. Just be a shade. Otherwise, you could have like a plate that sits over top in whatever shape, like a 14-inch plate that sits over top of your regular symbol. It just drops on top of your regular symbol, or sits in a simple place. Like these didn't have to be as strong. They're just like a shade. They just have like sensors that kind of muffles, like a mouse pad, the bottom of this between. So there's like, there'd be like a zone right here, and then another zone right here, and then the bell. It sits on top of the actual splash symbol, and you hit right there to recognize it's the splash. And if you actually hit the symbol, it'll detect that it hit the splash, but it won't. It'll muffle it because this right here just won't allow it to go all of the symbols too. Work smarter, not harder. Same can go with the other tom. I mean, with the snare, if you made like the shell that actually does that, if you just wanted a mat that plays on top of your regular that plays 3 zones, easy that must be. That would mean how much easier that'd be to make a little pad that sits on top of your regular snare. It has a cable that comes out the back, you know, and maybe has a rim that sits around your, so it just sits on top of your regular drums. It may not have the deep shell, but it can have like a side stick. It can have a rim shot, and it can have side shot, rim shot. Oh, and then like when you just actually hit the metal there, so you have 3 on there, and then you have like an outer zone, middle zone, and you'd be able to see them very distinctly. Again, it would just be like, a clearly marked inner zone for where to strike there, and then they're out there clearly with a clear separation, you know, and then another one out this way. But it'd be sitting on top of your, if this was like your 8 inch, yeah, this is 8 inch. So if this was sitting on top of your 8 inch snare. It also have like a rim that sat above on the rim that had a place up here for you to side stick, either with your handing on actually hand sitting on there, but you can just hit it like that, like you're hitting it. If you felt more comfortable doing that, fine. Beginners can just hit it. And then if you want to hit the rim shot and get like that on there, there's that. And then right here you have another sensor. It's all built on these little pads that sit on top of your other drums, your real drums. And it's got a mylar heading on the top that has the marking so you can see where to hit. And then there's like a piece over here for and it can even be marked. It's like, so when you put it on top, like it's got the symbol, it's got the label, so you know which. I'm reading Equinox or whatever it is. Yeah, probably I'd like Equinox drums. And it's got a little part over here for the side stick. Really obviously it says SS. And then down here it's got rim shot RS. And then up here it just says, side hit. I mean hit rim. RH rim hit. Hitting the metal. Not trying to do anything musical necessarily. And then as far as like how cool it'd be to have something like on your sticks. You can just hit them together. There's like this. It's like they're actual regular. You just click, 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 click. Making sense from there. So I use these sticks. I wouldn't even mind putting like a grip at the end. That's a bit more comfortable of a grip there. And then if these had like, if they were hollowed out and had some kind of transmission inside, so you can tell between that right there. And then nothing else, that'd be cool. How cool would that be? Like you can tell between when it's around this, it can register these as far as like how hard if you actually play, and so it can tell the humanistic of how the velocity. You can see how fast it came down, even if your triggers are not that advanced, or if they're kind of losing sensitivity. The sticks will help by how hard you can. It can tell how hard you swung it, how hard the velocity should be, and actually help it make it up if it's having velocity issues. I can tell how hard you swung that fucking stick. You want it to be like one of the loud ones. If you hit the 127, you're hitting as hard as you can. You can tell by how fast those are coming down. It's like 127, Red Robin 1, Red Robin 2, 127. Because it's exactly, that's exactly what you do. Instead of being like 127, 127, 127, 127, then like a left-handed one, then the fucking right-handed one with a little bit more power, and then the original one. So it sounds more not machine gun. Every blast is exactly the same. It's got some humanness to it. Isn't that weird? Because there was a thing that I listened to in college. One of the Live Stoner Society members, Robin. She was cool as hell, man. But she had like a lot of like, crazy music. Like she had some Brady Bunch shit and Partridge Family, and just like some kooky shit like King Missile. Like there was what's that song? There was Jesus is pretty cool, I think. And the other one was I think it was King Missile that was talking about how um, we live in a day, and this was in the '90s. You can program a computer, to play Bach, Beethoven, whatever, exactly correct, no mistakes, no faults, whatever. Yet when they do that, people find it unnerving and creepy, and they usually don't like it. So playing it perfect is actually wrong. Human ears, they're positing is that the human ears are looking for those flaws purposefully, seeking them out to know that they're because we can do it. We can get computers. So why haven't we? The piano pieces don't feel better played perfectly exactly how the orchestrator or whatever put it on those things. Staccato. All the other things. Computer can replicate those exactly. Player piano can even duplicate the exact performance on a piano over and over and over again. If you were to hear it play, you hear some piano player get there and play this exact same performance, two, three songs, two, three ways. I mean, two, three times in a row, and each one was exactly the same. Tell me you wouldn't be a bit creeped out. There's like no change. Like, you play that a lot? No. You know what I mean? Dude, that's just so cold. Like you didn't feel nothing during the performance. No, I mean I just played it the way it just read right there, and just just like very well done. But it at first I'm like, wow, really well done. Let's hear it again. It's shockingly the same tempo. You know what I mean? It is shockingly this exact for you're human. Yeah. Am I playing it one more time? Okay, that is exactly the same. Ew. That's exactly the same tempo. Yeah, it's 75 beats per minute. Right, but it's like it doesn't waver any at all. No, why would it? I practice all the time. I get that, but that you get that there's no like. Oh, you want me to go ahead? Ooh, don't do it now. Like, would you like me to be friendly? Would you like me to engage friendly protocol? I can do that. Please don't ever say that. Just engage it. Never ask me. Like, God, ew, just ew. Why is it? What's wrong with that? It's just one of those ones you have to like, when the person actually has whatever kind of sensibility about them, and then actually do it to them back. I'm like, yeah, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, that fucking sucks, doesn't it? Had an ex. It was like when she was, yeah, she's a fucking mental child or something. Like, are you in the mood? And he's just like, in the mood. How fucking old are you? What? We just this is what you refer to like every fucking time. How old are you? I mean, it's never like you want to, know another opposite, another other propositions of it at all. And so then, like, I'm like, well, I don't see the big deal. And it's like I waited for like just waited for a bit, and it was, getting like a good scene going on. And like, so are you in the mood? And like, oh fuck yeah, I hear it. I'm like, right, right, exactly. Whatever you were in the mood for, you are not anymore, are you? Like, no. Don't ever fucking ask me that shit no fucking more, would you? Mood. Yes, Muffy, I'm in the mood. Since we're both in the mood, why don't we do something about it? That sounds awesome. Want to schedule something? Sure. Next week, maybe? Why not next weekend? Okay. This will be fun. Anyways, so they had a bunch last week, so I might have to just wait and just see if another batch come in. Um, but let's take a look at actually what figures we'd be looking at, like what scale and stuff. I don't like the headstock. They have one that just has a regular. It just doesn't look like this one does. This one just doesn't look as good as the ones I've seen. I've seen them that look really cool. They look like the other, like the one I have. So I just see what that is. But anyways, we'd be looking at what kind of wood, but where were the specs? Any specs? Okay, 28.6-inch scale. What would be a baritone length? Fuck. That's how fast I typed in B, because you don't need to be okay. Length, scale length. 28 5/8. Nice. And we're looking at 28.6. Right on time, Jim. All right, so slim neck. Nice. Nice, nice. So it won't be like a thick. It'll just be like it probably won't be like a wizard. Poplar body. Nice. It won't be too like thick. Yeah, balanced tone. Dual dynamics PJ. Okay, yeah, the split P and the J. Deliver, punch, invert this. I just have with straightforward volume and tone controls for a quick down. I really wish I could drop in one, you know what I mean? Like one of my good instruments. I have a bass that has that kind of configuration. But here to tell you, I'll just pull up a guitar amp and try and see if I can set what I'm going for. More of a sound of what I'm going for. Yeah, amp blocker to it. I just installed the new version anyways. There should be some cool Shires and sticker stuff. All right. So yeah, I let them know that next month I will, with or without their help, I'm going to be building this. And then I'll do a review of the dah-bey standard tuning, standard scale, standard tuning. And it's just a mid-range. It's a tweak on a micro bass to make it a mid-range instrument for a singer to kind of do like you can do the one finger playing while covering the entire mid-range. Even if you want just the top two, like a guitar, and or like sorry, the top three of this is more of a low ass guitar, um, all the way down to A, low guitar, and then the guitar can stay in E to E, standard tuning, maybe down to D or whatever. You don't have to go so low with it because you have an instrument that's covering that can go stereo. Yeah. So let's go ahead and pull up an idea of what I'm kind of talking about. So I want to definitely, instead of doing 12s, I'd want to do 15s. Do we have any 15s though? If anything, I might have to just go ahead and pull the Triumph Kraken 212s. 75, a 15-inch. Actually, 115, 115, 215. Mesa. Oh yeah, I like that. So we got one of each, kind of. Let's go ahead and centralize the panning. Switch to the first guy. What amp do we want to use on this? I'm thinking this is probably too much. I want something that's going to be more like a one channel. You know what I mean? It's just going to be like a in between. It can go pretty, yeah. Maybe even a bass amp. What is this equaler? All right. Just Sheila of the rain. Let's see. Turns out that Fred Buzz is real, man. All right, so we put this down right on that. Post EQ or pre EQ. We'll figure that here in a second. So I definitely want to kill everything below. We don't want to fuck around with the base. I want to kill everything below 100. And then everything above, we'll go ahead and say 12. It's a very focused. It's going to be very, it's not supposed to be very clear. It's very chuggy, grindy. I'm going to take the room out of there for right now and just use the mic. Okay, take the reverb out, take the delay, EQ, with the compressor on and the high pass, low pass, because this low pass is at 10 and at 50. Let's go ahead and cut it out below 95. I need a pick. I need a pick. I need a pick. Come off the table, would you? You Velcro down? Fuck. See? This is rather boxy. I like the sound of those so far. There's a distortion, but after we get some mix of the sound, so means we do some clean stuff. We can do some psychedelic kind of cleans. At least some nice like backing up. Okay, let's go ahead and put a different tone. Yeah, it'd be one thing if I was just trying to make it easier for people to just kind of rock star out. AI is doing that with like Suno. You don't have to know how to play. You don't have to know how to write poetry. Just go up there and tell it. This is kind of like bridging the gap. I like both. I like digital music. I like analog music. I like creating music. Yeah. And so with that, turn this off real quick while I lecture on pedantically about stupid shizzles and sunky sense. All right, so since we're just talking about shit, let's go ahead and talk about shit. The fact is that there's nothing really new happening. And there can't be anything new happening until somebody starts doing some new shit. And everybody's so afraid to do new shit because why? Money. Well, I still have a sack. There's a way that I kind of demystify the whole making music thing, the whole aspect of it. It's just a matter of doing it. Yeah? The more you do it, the better you'll be at it. It's simple. How much you want to play at it is how well you're getting back from it. And the learning curve, I'll admit, is pretty steep for most instruments because there's like, okay, so it goes sharps and flats and the chord and the what? So then it goes to A. You know, it's already enough craziness in there. If you can simplify it, like, then yeah, you're just trying to be a fucking dick. You're trying to sit on top of your fucking king pendulum thing when basically everyone is doing the same thing. Oh no, we're gonna start on this one. No, we're gonna start someone else like. See, it's the same fucking thing. You're just moving it a bit and then calling it fucking different because you went like. And it's a little bit darker. They'll play together though. Yes, and then who are you? You know, who are you? Are you a? Are you? Are you? What are you? There's no wrong answer. Just so you might be in the wrong band. Can I be in your band? 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 Please, can I be in your band? Sorry. A lot of woo in there. The cool thing about this, it's designed. This instrument, the 4-string, the 6-string, and the 4-string bass, or whatever, will be designed to be played as a chord. You can pick. You can tune it to that chord. You can tune to that chord. You can tune to whatever chord you want to tune to. But it's designed, especially the 4-string for being sung with, is designed to be played. So a singer is not sitting around waiting for the band to write music that they like. Yeah, they can, if nothing else on the side, they can get there. That's many things with a lot of bands is that they break up because there's a lot of ego, or especially, say you picture yourself with good guitars. There's someone in the town thinks is a fucking virtuoso. You like him, him, her, but you think you play better than them. But if for some reason everybody's just hell bent on listening to that dude or chick, that guitar player play, your rhythm is fine. They don't even really know that you can play pretty much as good because everybody's going, fuck, this guy's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. This chick, she's really fucking good. The drummer's good, bass player, and the rhythm, but this person's really fucking good. Why would they even know that you're really fucking good? You're over there just playing. And you're fuming because you personally feel like you can smoke them. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But even if you got like a few, like a 5-minute here and there, you'd probably be able to cut out and everybody go, whoa, you too? I thought it was just you, but it's you both can do, huh? What? You see? And then after a while, even if you make it big, you're sitting there going, well, am I only good because of them? You know? Why doesn't anybody want to hear me play? I've shown them. They know I can play. And they're still like, yeah, but we like her playing better. You don't want it to, but it fucking eats at you. And you're in a studio, and there's other musicians. They're like, man, you can play guitar like a motherfucker. Why are you playing back up to them? And next thing you got a little fucking team, don't you? Well, the musician's like, I'd like you playing better than my guitar player. But you got a fucking drummer. You know? And everybody gets together, and you guys all like the shit you guys are doing, and nobody else likes it. Got your answer. It's that person. And or you nail it, and you guys are all get to walk away going, it's not the singer in my band. It's not the guitar player in my band. It's not the fucking hot chick in my band. I'm badass too. Side project accomplished. We can come back and do this again sometime if we want to, but I can go back to my band knowing that I don't need you guys, right? I would have made it to this exact same spot with any other band I joined in because there's something about me that's pretty dope. I'm ready to start playing with you guys again. You know, it wasn't like I needed to find something out real quick. Can I make it without you? Yes. So let's keep playing. And now you're like, I think you should go this way. I think you should suck a dick. I think it's my song. I don't think it goes that way. We can always throw it in the trash pile or whatever, but I'm changing it. You know, then you have the ability, like, It means that much to you, huh? Yeah. We'll just do another song, man. We'll write another one. I really like this one. Then do it my way. It's my song. You said that, right? Yeah. Well, why don't you just change it a little bit? I really don't want to. You do something else, man. Well, you didn't write it, so it's off the table. How about that? You know what I mean? Now you have more of a, you don't feel like, well, I guess so. I really like the fact that it goes that way. Don't let it go that way. And or you guys can write that. I mean, I'll play it, but that's not. That's not mine. No, I'm not. I won't be embarrassed. They're going, oh God, what's going on? But as far as mine, when I go to write it, I want to be known down that I wrote. Like I'll be the primary writer. I want my name to be the first. When it says written by, I want mine to be the first. No, we all wrote it together, but it was based off my idea. So when I go, when people are like, man, you kind of, I didn't steal shit. It never went the way I wanted it to go. You see what I'm saying? That later on, if I do a solo thing, you stole your own song. I didn't steal my own song. I wrote the song. They didn't do it the way I wanted to do it. So I redid it with my band the way I wanted to do it. It's not that bad. I mean, the one you guys liked it, right? Yeah. What do you think about this? That's good. Why do you think I didn't release it with them? I still like it. And I can do that kind of shit now. I do the fuck I want to do. We're in the recording studio. I just ran it one more time and did it my way. They all went to lunch and my guys were in there. The fucking mixing guy, the fucking bass player from another band happened to be swinging by, you know? We already knew the song. Okay, it's just dope. And there's like another mix version of it. But some people like in the band, like, what's that mean you're breaking up? It means it didn't go the way that I wanted to, so I did my way that I wanted to do it. No, I'm not leaving the band. It was a friction. There's no friction. I just honestly didn't want it to go that way. Everybody likes it. And I'm like, I never did. And it's never sat well with me. So I just did it my own way. People like it, cool, and we'll release it. It's not like there's not like 4 different versions, 4 different songs that have the same riff for the chorus as Man in the Box. E, G, D, A. Or those same chord structure, you know what I mean? That the difference, the dimension between the chords. Yeah, that's what's cool about music is you just transpose. And when you transpose, you're just taking like, you know, you have all your scales and shit. You just shift up a half step, shift up another half step. It doesn't like also make a new whole box. It doesn't make like a whole new puzzle to unlock. Right? It just makes the key, you know, the lock that you're working with. The key just shifted over here one notch. You do the exact same thing. You just move it one notch, which is lucky, you know, because if it changed every time the key changed, you had to change the entire scaling and shit, like how the fingering. That probably would have been too far for me. I would have played in rhythm still, but I definitely wouldn't have got into lead because I'd just been like, fuck this, man. It's just too complicated. I might have liked to look at a way to try and redo it the way I'm doing now, make it easier. But yeah. I just want to get more people actually, you know, actually into it. And you'll see then the music really isn't your life. Music in the background might be your life, but it's not your life. Like if you had to go like a week or so without it, you wouldn't like actually have like a pain inside. Like lingering still from childhood when you started playing and now you're like 50 years old and you go like too long without it and you just kind of get sad. I know I've been listening to music and there's music in the music, but I want to actually go and be part of making some music. That's what I was going to do. I was going to go to the studio and just go be part of making some music. I don't know. I got busy doing other stuff. I'm getting sad and I'm realizing I'm going to go do that. That's all I'm saying. I'm allowed. A man can be sad. Yeah. Like Kurt Cobain, I miss the comfort in just being sad. You walk by, you just go, oh, that's him. Now they see me like, oh, Kurt. No, Kurt. No. No. What tragedy has befallen you? You feel not okay? That's not okay, Kurt. Must we get you somewhere? Do you need anything to alleviate the pain? A country all your own? Of course, a country all your own. Of course. You're sad. No, that's how you got here. But I mean, you can't be sad anymore now. You can't just be sad anymore. Why? You've got $14 million. Everyone wishes they had the life that they imagine you live, which is all different based on which their own individual wants and needs. Well, man, if I had that money, exactly type thing, If I had that kind of money, if you had those kind of commitments. Oh, no, not me. Why? I don't play guitar. I'm not charismatic. I'm not funny. No one would be wanting to interview me. I'd be wide open, man. That's the difference. I'd have it all figured out, baby. It all worked out. Be just like him, only different. That's what I do. I do exactly the same, but instead of shooting myself in the face, I wouldn't. What if you didn't shoot yourself in the face? I'd tell the guy to go away. I'd offer him enough money to go away. You would? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that kind of money? Yeah. 2 chicks at the same time, man. Off his face. Man, chicks would get double up on me. Oh, yeah, that's true. Lawrence. Fucking Lawrence. Keep expecting my memory to fail me, like in a catastrophic kind of way. Like, like I'm getting 50, right? So my memory's got to be like depleting out, right? Some kind of shit. It can't be like getting better, right? But it is. Like when the car hit my car, that van plowed through my fucking car and just kept on driving. I go outside and the car's, and it's spun in the other direction, whatever, and the car's driving off. And I see a white car with a fucking ladder on the top. He almost hits that house down there, hit a car up there on the hill, and then kept going. I hear him hit another car and keep going. So the cops come out and they're asking questions. I'm like, it's a white car, a white van, panel van with a ladder on the top and stuff like that. And the lady across the street was gray. I was like, okay, it's gray. When I came out, I saw a white van, I heard it, pow, and I was out late, and she was out here because her kid was out here, so if she says it's gray, then I'm going to trust hers, but I thought I saw a white van. And when they finally found him, white van. So like I said, I keep like, oh, okay, I misremembered, I saw a white van. So if my kid were out there and almost got hit by a car, I don't remember what color the fucking car was, It's just really fucked up how people have gotten nowadays. On a totally different note, because I'm not going to get too far into it, so I'm like screaming, yelling in the middle of the night. But when I was walking through the parking lot, like I said, that guy could have just gone around, slowed down, anything like that, but he just cuts like right in front of me. And then he goes streaming down there, and he's just in all kinds of hurry. I'm like, well, maybe he's sick or something like that, because there's this Crystal Lake Clinic. And he passes by. I was like, if he goes down to the toddler section where there's a fucking daycare, that's where he went to. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to go inside. I'm like, excuse me. And it was loud, and he had to stop. I was going to go inside after him. He stopped and just kind of looked and like, I saw you. I'm like, then you saw me. You saw me and you did it anyway. Like, fuck you. Imagine it was your fucking kid. The kid you're coming to pick up right now. Someone out there now talk the same shit. Shut the fuck up, and just walked away. Fuck yeah. If it was your fucking kid out there. Because there was one point in time I was that toddler. And someone saw and still swerved that close trying to prove some kind of fucking Republican ass point. Rather than just drive around and keep going slowly and safely. And there's another path to get there. For what? Is your kid on fire? Is he choking right now? Is that what you can? I know I almost hit you, but we don't have to talk. I don't have to talk. You're beneath that. No, you're going to answer to me, motherfucker. So this other motherfucker pulled in. He did about the same thing. Like I said, there's the bus here, and I'm walking. And he could have, aired more towards the bus than towards me. There's plenty of space, but he aired more towards me. And even kind of going through, kind of like, what are you walking on the What are you walking on your legs for? Type attitude. I mean, especially around this area. Don't see cars live here. Humans don't live here. Cars live in this parking area. Cars were here first. That's why they made the pedals. They made the legs to match the pedals. Duh. And so I was like, one thing you guys forget is like, even if I don't have a car, doesn't mean I don't pay taxes. And these aren't my fucking roads too. I don't get to use, as you guys, get out the road. Fuck you. I can pay for something I don't get to use? Go suck my fucking nuts, man. Self-righteous assholes, because you have the more, that's what I walked in. I was like, so it's interesting. You have a cross and you got all this decoration about Jesus and shit. And yet between a human flesh and metal, you erred on the side of the flesh. I could see he was ruining his he could not process exactly what's going on. And he tried to pull the guy saw you. So you saw me and you still swerved more my way. There's plenty of, dude, the point is not if there's enough room. Between the two, which could have taken the brunt of your attack? That car or my flesh? If you're driving that speed, you refuse to slow down, which of the two could have taken that hit? And you decided to bet on flesh. Just remember that shit. And the wife started joining in. Like that was going to stop me. Like, oh, you can't attack a woman. Bitch, you're going to stay. If any woman decides to fucking throw her hands towards me, if you're going to try and be like a fucking man, I'll flatten you like you were trying. If you throw your fist like, yeah, you're going to fucking, I will lay you out. You're going to raise your hand. I'll show you what it means to raise your fucking hands. I'm not going to do it, but you take a one fucking swing at me, I will drop you like you were a dude. Punch to the throat, whatever the fuck it takes. I don't kick to the stomach. I don't give a shit. Don't raise your fucking hands to an adult. You can take it. Apparently so can you. You'll live through it, trust me. You just won't like the results. Shitting blood, coughing up blood, can't quite breathe right. You live through all those things. They just really fucking hurt. A couple of punches to the face, and when you're talking shit to someone who's stronger than you, maybe you'll understand. Shut your fucking mouth, unless you can back that shit. Guys live that every fucking day. Unless you can back that shit, shut your fucking mouth. Men to men, women to men, all of it. We have to deal with all of it. You guys get a fucking pass? No, thank you. I'll pass on the pass. I don't see why you should. I do not think we should instigate towards you. Ever instigate towards. But if you're instigating this way and I give you a fair warning to back the fuck off, oh, what are you going to do? I will drop you. That's what I'll do. You swing one hand or even look like it where I think you might, I will drop you like you were a fucking man. That's you're going to get knocked the fuck out. I'll still be waiting there when you wake up and the cops show up. I'm like, yeah, that's when she was talking shit. And that's when I knocked her the fuck out. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll go to court over this motherfucker. I didn't start shit. I was over here buying my business. Someone comes over here talking shit. I told her to fuck off. Be an adult. Go fuck off somewhere else where I'm not. So that way, I was here and you came bringing your shit over here to fuck with me. Fuck off or I'm going to fucking level you. You want to. And then here we are. Ambulance being called by me. Cops being called by me. I'm sitting here waiting for you. I'm being arrested for telling her I was going to do this and then I did it. What if it was a dude? No? So what's the fucking difference? Seriously, what's the difference? If I was sitting over here by myself and a guy walks over and starts shit, fuck off, dude, I'm going to level you. You ain't going to do, and then I fucking level him. And then I call the fucking cops and I call the fucking ambulance. And I would sit right here and wait. And I know CPR, if anything happens to him, I'll take care of him. What's the difference? He doesn't have titties. He deserves it. He was asking for it with the penis, all that penis he had walking around. He was asking for it. Well, he's a dick when he does it. She's just being investigative. What? What's the difference? When are we going to get realistic, man? When are we going to start taking accountability? That's one thing with my fucking drug addiction. I'm kicking, man, and I'm serious about it. I called my doctor today, and I'm like, one of the things that's fucking up with people, you don't give an opiate a fucking addict or even possible addict a whole goddamn month. Bi-weekly max. Bi-weekly max. You can at least tell which 2 weeks that person's fucking up. Immediately. A month, I might burn through my fucking first half in the first fucking week. Yeah? Well, my doctor's gonna fucking know if I'm down there fucking whoring for the rest of the month. Seriously. And by that time, we're fucking 3 weeks in, Blowing dudes for crack and fucking heroin. You know what I mean? What the fuck? After 1 week, like, I've got 1 week and then, or even 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, can I go ahead and get that? Like, you have 2 weeks. Why are you refilling it early? Oh, I just want to get like 3 or 4 days early so I can get, you shouldn't need that. Well, okay, I'll tell you what, since you can refill a little bit, just in case, I kind of understand what you're kind of getting at. It sounds rather junky logic to me. I'm going to make a note of this. You actually have 3 of these before I have to tell your doctor. Understand? Actually, you get this one, and the next one I got to tell your doctor, and the next one I have to fucking flag both your doctor and the insurance company. They can be locked up for your fucking name for doing this shit with any other fucking doctors. We caught you that fucking quick, junkie. Would you like some Suboxone? Something that can help you kick? No. Then you're definitely an addict, and I meant to tell your doctor that you said no. You look rather sweaty, and that seems like it'd be a good answer for you, right? You're not going to get high. And just definitely no. Then yeah, you don't get nothing. Then go turkey. See how you can go from being like compassionate. You can figure out exactly if that person's willing to work with you. Like, look, we go to Suboxone, but we're not giving you any more opiates. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. You realize you have a problem? I'm not going to lecture you anymore right now, but we need to talk more. Here, get your shit, get straight, and then we'll start talking. If I start lecturing now, you're going to be a fucking like, and then storm out of here and go. Last thing any of us need, right? So, have some compassion, man. These people are they're broken in some way or another. Like, I was talking to my doctor today, and I was sitting there explaining everything we're going through. Basically, I went seeing leave that out, seeing my pain management doctor when 2011, 2012, when I got insurance, and got my first script for tramadol. Like 2011, 2012, maybe 2013 at latest, I bet. I've been on it since then. And various other drugs along the way, like Oxy. I went in because my neck and back have been killing me since those guys jumped me. It's been jacked up. And she thought I was trying to get score drugs. Tried to give me lidocaine injections in the neck. Said it was like trying to drive nails into wood. Left with a prescription for tramadol. Probably the worst possible thing because good, best, and worst because the serotonin boost is what I mainly needed for my mood. So now that we got the serotonin kind of figured it out with the Lexapro, so like my serotonin's all good. On top of that, I was with a trash human being. It's absolute garbage. You don't treat people like that. You don't treat people like that. That didn't do anything to you. You just don't. Unless you're just trash. And so that further killed me, killed a lot of who I felt, what I felt about me and all this shit, because anyways, I'm not going to do that. So now I got that depression since like fucking 6 or 7 years old. Kind of resolved, not resolved, but being dealt with on its own in another way. The only treatment I had for my pain also included serotonin, so I gotta get the fucking serotonin. That serotonin's worked out, so I got the opiate. Gotta get that shit out of there and start dragging the opiate down and getting that the fuck out on its own system. You know, not if we try and kick both, it won't work for me. They're just too closely related, too related. Between the opiate addiction and the mental. Now that I can strip the two apart. Fuck, I quit Oxy cold turkey. OxyContin. I've been on that. Well, I was on oxymorphone for like a year, two. Oxymorphone is actually stronger than OxyContin. And then I was 30 milligrams of that in order to get approved for the morphone, which is the only thing that actually worked for me well for my pain. And in order to get that again, I had to fail out OxyContin. And 40 milligrams of OxyContin as opposed to 30 milligrams of oxymorphone worked. And I was on that for another like year or two at least. And then, like I said, I started losing my counts on my other stuff, and I knew I just had to get all of it out of there as much as I could. I knew I needed the tramadol because if I don't have the tramadol, I'm like fucking on the floor, about ready to die. Like seriously, I just give up all and just fucking lay on the floor and just die. Like, what the fuck's the point of anything? I'm saying I was down. I got down to like 4 a day on the tramadol, and I think I kicked down like 2 a day. Within like a week, I was just like in my studio and there, just laying on the floor. Ready to fucking just like I'm just not gonna get up. I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna do nothing. I don't feel like doing shit. Just lay here and die, man. Guess you can take a guess how well my ex helped on that. I don't know what to do. One of those people like mentally, I love you, but I'm not gonna let your mood bring me down. You might want to go in there, lay on the floor, and die. I'm actually having a nice day today. Okay, can we just not be about you ever? Because it's all about me. In that way, I mean, if you were about you even for like 5, 10 minutes, I mean, you, you know, talk about greedy and selfish. That's different though. I had problems. Did you have problems? I mean, you had problems, but did you have my problems? No, they're not the same. Mine are worse. How would I know? Trust me, I have to live mine. And I know how you think and all the things that you is. Trust me, no, there's no pain as bad as my pain. It allows me to do all the horrible shit I do. So the dah-bey, man. The main thing about it is I definitely wanted to come off as a guitar. I mean, I wanted to have 4 strings, so that someone who's gonna. I mean, like I said, most people that want to play and sing usually play a bass. Now, the cool thing about a bass is that you can just sit there and. What is it going through now? Yeah, okay, so if you were like to be just. Shit, so the guitar doesn't have the singer doesn't have to sit waiting for anybody, and then he can just do that kind of stuff and dicking around. And like, what the fuck was that you playing, man? I'm just checking around. Play it again, please. Bass would- You know, just weird kind of. You know, I would have to hear it like going together, but then the drummer kicks in, you know, and just different shit. And you've already got like the singers doing something that everybody else already started kind of liking. You know, work together on the lyrics so that you all have something that one. So when the lyrics are going, you all know what's being said. So it's not like the singer is speaking for you. Just because they have something to say does not mean it's the only thing that, like, what was that? Frogs good on my foot? What? You know? Why don't we like, you know, dogs love the smell of the soot? Yeah. Better than frogs look good skinned on my foot. Right? Dogs like the smell of the soot. It's like something's burned. What's the name of the song? We gotta change the whole Kermit gets his revenge. That's not gonna work. Why? Because fine, Kermit gets his revenge. I can live with that. We're not talking about skinned frogs and the frog bones and the frog dance in the middle of the chorus about the frog dance. It's gotta go. Why? Because I'm not going out on stage to the frog dance because we're not the goddamn wuzzles. Okay? Or I can just leave. That's another option. You guys down with skinned frog feet? No? Okay, so the dog's like the soot. Kermit gets his revenge. No more frog funerals, please. Maybe one when we're to get really fucking high. We'll write one that's like really. Yeah, very like in the frogs on, you know. That's where that shit goes. Where are we at? Where are we at? See if my bass will work. I just want to see how kind of chuggy it'll get if it will at all. Chance of actually pulling through this task. I should get a bass called Mr. Wendell. One after just gonna feedback Holly. Wendell. Hello. From Key and Peele. And the other one was Mr. Wendell from that song. Mr. Wendell. There's still be room for the traditional. There's still room for the traditional guitar. There's still room for a regular 6-string guitar that would have like I said, the 9th right here, and have 8 frets between the two, and then 8 frets between here and here. And still have scales, and you can tune it any kind of way you want it. If you want to tune it like a traditional E, A, D, G, B, fine. You might find the scales don't work quite the same since it's only B sharp and E sharp. But there's new shit to learn now, isn't there? You can still do. Just rearrange the scale a little bit. Something to learn, man. There's always something to learn. I gotta find out working. I'll have to figure out some way to flick. Quick. I'll have if I get this going, I'm definitely have to give Sam one. My first customer with Equinox Instruments. So fuck yeah, man. The Geek Dude. Extraordinaire. None can compare. So doing networking? We may need you over here at Equinox, bro. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting trip, man. I'm wondering if the dah-bey is actually going to do anything. I imagine the if nothing else, the 4-string micro bass. People playing between, like I said, between like 100. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and. So it'd be much shorter, so it wouldn't be so long. It'd be the length of a guitar. So although it'd start this wide, it would taper down to about the width of a guitar, right on here. Yeah. So it's not as long, and it'd shorten up, and it thins out. The strings would be starting on this one, and then the B string of a guitar, and then the E string of the guitar. So it'd be these top 4, which wouldn't be all that bad. Because it wouldn't be as big as I could see a lot of women playing it, because you wouldn't. I mean, a lot of women want to play guitar, and a lot of women want to play bass. This is like somewhere in between, you know, and it's a good filler spot. Like there's not almost every band could use it, seriously, because there's obviously a hole. These top 2 strings almost might as well throw them away. Yeah, most players never even use them. They're just there for looks. Seriously. They get used, but like nowhere near as like the bottom 2, especially if you have a 5-string. Nowhere near the same. It's all, and then what is the guitar doing? Trying to fill out that mid range by dropping out of its normal fucking range into all that fucking ridiculous 20-string guitar bullshit, 10-string guitar shit. I'm talking about ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This dah-bey idea is a very practical idea to solve a very glaring solution. Get a baritone guitar and sound there, or fucking just wow, man. Humans capacity to not fucking think and use things that are out there already, and then consider themselves ingenuitive or intelligent is because they can use tools as long as the tools have been shown to them how to use. And then as far as using them in a different way, using a straw for something else, like what? Like what? Genius. So you can just not. Don't pull that in my. Oh, I see what you're. You know what I mean? Fuck yeah! Each single fucking thing. Do you know you can use a cup this way? Whoa! Yeah, it is really strong. If you turn it upside down, you can stand on it. Huh? Yeah, it's very, very strong. This is design. Just regular cylinders. If they got bends like this, if it's just a flat cylinder, I mean, they'll take the weight. It disperses it down to the bottom, and that. So yeah, it's just little shit like that, man. But then there's again, knowing that does not help them in the future context for anything aside from when you actually explain it. It's kind of like when you did it with the paper and it turned into the airplane. Oh, right. I'm like, yeah, same basic idea. Okay. You're not going to be able to use this in the future. No. Why? Applying it to the future situation? Pfft, no. So we should treat everything like a paper airplane. No. Like idiocracy. I know. We just pour toilet water on it. Like, no. No. This is too hard, man. This is just too fucking hard. Let's just put a wrestling match in the front of the fucking White House, and any pedophile that touches people, just do it. You know, why not? There's no consequences in life. It all says nihilistic nothing, right? don't understand humans, and I can't, and I won't. And it gets me in trouble, but I just can't be around people because the things that they want to get upset about are very, 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 very trivial shit. When they're even this dah-bey tuning is very, very trivial compared to what's actually going on out there. Could I do something about it? Oh yeah, and I'm actually waiting on the right word, and I'm planning on doing quite a bit about it. But it's neither here nor there. Until then, I'm cool. Trust me, I'm cool. Um, the weird part is how many people know about it without me even saying anything to it. Like Scott, he asked me about it. I'm like, you know about that? He didn't. He wouldn't look at me. He was like, the thing is, he was always an atheist, and he can't. I mean, I don't know. He may still be, but he. I was working delivering pizza one day. He's who I called when I broke out. And he's the first person I asked about that whole thing. If you were in I just want to see where his mind's at. If you're in a room, it's just you and God and nothing else. And you know in your heart that it's God. You know it. You know it. You know? Would you would you admit that there's a God, or would you think you're going through a death situation and you're having like a final hallucination? And there's no snag, there's no catch, there's nothing else. There's just like which of the two? Where are you at? That's why I think it was a death hallucination. Okay. So, anyways, blah 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 blah, and just keep going. Seriously, it's that simple. That's all. There's no trick. There's no snag. There's no God, you motherfucker. That proves that there is God. In that situation, like I know it in my heart. Yeah, I can just feel it. Kind of like I know I'm in the room with you right now. Yeah, yeah. I would admit at that situation, I'd admit there's a God. Sure. Okay, cool. So, anyways, going on about saying that's it. Yeah. No lecture. Like how you tricked me. Yep. Just want to know what your head's at, where you're at, man. But that was another like 15, 20-minute conversation. Well, I don't think anyone can ever know that. You know it. I don't know if you can know. You're sitting in the room with the guy you know it. Okay, then fucking this. But okay, then that. Well, I mean, in that case, okay, God damn it. Let's see. Fuck. You die and you're in a room with a glass of water and you know it's a glass of water. You're going to go, hey, that's a glass of water. Or you're going to sit there and go, I'm dying. This is some kind of hallucination. Okay, what's the trick? What are you going to do? Well, I mean, it was the water. Oh my God, man. Just fuck it. Never mind. Next day I talk to someone else. What would you do? Oh yeah, that has to be God. Right? Yeah, right. What you gonna do? Okay, yeah, cool. Oh man, I believe in God. I wouldn't have to do that. Before I even go, before you even ask me, I'm like, hey God, cool, man. Whatever the fucking lying ass shit you're saying, it's fine. You think this guy was gonna go? Fine. That's cool. Why don't you say what you're gonna do to when it happens, and maybe you're peeing down your leg because you're in front of the Almighty, and He's like, I don't have to forgive shit. You want to take a little bit of that jump out of your step there, Sparky? Yeah. A bit of tremble in the voice. There you go. There you go. I'm just asking a little bit, at least when you first meet me. Like, let at least go, come on, lighten up, guy. Okay, cool. We're cool. Yeah, we're cool, man. Like, hey, what's up, cool guy? I'm like, I don't fucking know you. Put your hand goddamn down or break your neck. It's me. I said, I don't know you and I don't know how you think you know me. But let me clarify right here. There's only one other person I know. Boo boo. Other than that, I don't fucking know you. We are taking fucking applications for fucking people we could know, though. Writing it down in a little book. Never forget your name ever. No one will. I know I got spot for 144,000 on the dot. Can you imagine having 144,000 cool ass fucking people to populate the entire universe with? You're free to go wherever the fuck you want to go. I'm doing Unia. That's what I'm gonna start on Unia. Be playing my little sandbox for a long fucking time. If that's one where I go, it could still turn that way. End up going to the Bernie Crispy place. I don't think so. But what the fuck do I know? You know, maybe a lot, maybe not as much as I think I do. Guess we're going to find out soon, preferably sooner than rather than later. No, but I mean, Boo Boo is the only person I remember from before. You know, I don't think that was a dream I had. I think that was like what I lived before I fucking came here. Whatever this fucking thing is. It's one of the earliest memories I have. I don't remember pretty much anything before that dream. So I mean, it nearly broke me. It was like right at the that's a crazy ass thing to be walking around within your head for this long. And like I said, the thought I was walking, I was like, oh no, and I almost started like crying. And I actually like what? I was like, I don't think that was a dream I had. One, I know she wasn't, but I don't think that was a dream, which means there's going to be a lot of shit that's going to get torn the fuck apart and blown the fuck up. That's the way it kind of goes to the Ganesh Shiva types, right? You know, it's kind of what they do, fuck shit up and fix shit up. FIU squared, fuck it up and fix it up. That's what we do. Husband and wife team. They're just like totally like it'd be funny. They're kind of like the guy's a big feminine, the woman's a bit butch. She's all fuck it up, fix it up. I do the interior. I do the plumbing. She's got the whole butt crack and it's got like its own mustache. It's just like butt hair with sweat. It's just like stuck really smooth. And you've got the little curly cute at the end. What are you looking at it for? Is the real question. You wonder if it's a tramp stamp. No. And I just like you can see the sexual hair. Coming this way. Listening about making it. I got a lovely duvet. It's gonna go on the couch. This fucked old house. This old house. This fucked shitty. This old this fucked house. I always have. I mean, just nonstop fucking like ridiculous ideas for shit. Some of them I'm actually like, I gotta do this at some point in time. And if I ever get like a chance, I'm definitely gonna do it. Like aluminum foil in a professional studio, headphones in a professional studio. Oh, I will take the time to record like all 15, 16 tracks for all 29 seconds total. You know what I mean? Whatever the total is on that. That's my shit. Just getting that worked up into like a production that's like 29 seconds. It's just fucking great. I don't know why. It'd be so much better with like other people. because we just knock it out fast. But being by myself, I used to like track, 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 and it kind of slows things down. If I had like three of me, well, there wouldn't be much of the world left. If there was three of me, and we could do what the fuck we want, we all could do what the fuck we want to do. Oh my god, it'd be so fucked up. If I had a twin, even if I had a twin, oh my god, dear God, we would do so much shit. We would get. I mean, if he didn't think as well as I do, I would double up. You know what I mean? I'd make it seem like he was, and or that we both were a little bit stupid. So that way we could get away with a lot of shit. No, it must have been, whatever. I must have been just Sean. I'm Rush Sean. I know who you are, asshole. Oh, I didn't. People get us confused all the time. We look the same. Did you notice we look the same? You ask me that every time. No, you can prove it because you can definitely tell. Like if the one that was supposed to, the one that's like, nah, that's the other guy. So you obviously are confused of which one's which. Awesome, awesome. One doesn't know the difference between myself and me. Good, good, good. I'm trying to get more of those in there. This little doing the twist like 4 or 5 minutes in the morning. Come on, baby. Let's get rid of this. There's too much this. Come on, baby. There's too much this. You can grab it with your hand and jiggle it with your fist. You can grab your whole handful and shake that shit. uh, I remember there's like, I've always loved music and stuff, but like we walked out as me, my cousin, and my brother. We walked out of my grandmother's house in Richmond, California, and is it Richmond? Yeah, Richmond, California. And we're going on the porch, and there's some girls that are playing double dutch. Was it maybe it was at Hassani's house? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was my grandmother's though. They're playing double dutch and they're doing you know what I mean? And my brother was like, what are they saying? And Hassan's like, I don't know. I'm like, it sounds like they're going, enchilada, lada, taco, burrito, don't drink the water in Mexico. I was like 5 or 6 years old. And they just started like, oh, fuck no. Enchilada, lada, taco, burrito, don't drink the water in Mexico. I just got to there's all these cartoons that would always talk about Montezuma's revenge, drinking water south of the border and getting diarrhea. So I thought that'd be funny. I really had really a lot of experience. I knew a few Spanish words and I used them all in that song at that point in time, including Mexico. It's one of the few Spanish words I knew at the time. It was a great fucking god damn it! It'd prove how great it is if I can remember the words. Um, I know creado, those like is closed, right? But siete, is that right? Creado. Is that because like it was on Sesame Street? They kept doing that. Open the door. Yeah. I'm just looking up if it's see which one's which, but I think it's siete creado. From the time that like learning that like there's multiple words for water. I'm like, really? How come I only know one? Well, now I know agua. All right, we've got agua. All right. Aqua. Later on, when you learn aqua, like aqua. Okay, you guys are being dicks, man. Well, because some of your G's are doing this and some of them are doing this. And that's all fucked up. Get my son down, man. Seriously. Put the sun down. And son, put put down the high society, would you? It's great to grab anybody. Like, son, listen to me, okay? Look, boy. Grab by the scruff of the shirt and just, look, boy, come here. Let me tell you something, son. You need to get your act together. What's going on with you? How old are you? 17, 18, huh? Look at me, huh? Think I'm your friend or am I your your guide? Wait, what do you think's going on here? Son, if you don't get your act together, you're definitely gonna fail. Is that gonna be good for you? By far, not good for you. All right. 2 hours. Oh, I don't want to go. Oh, I do want to find that fucking song I used to play in fucking college. It's called Cinderella's Last Dance. Am I just dreaming? The clock strikes 10. Time for me to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Oh, baby, I want to stay with you. I wish I could remember the fucking band. I know the song Cinderella's Last Dance, and I listened to the demo, and that was like the best one I could find on there. But man, it was a great fucking song. There were some really great bands used to play at KSCO. I mean, you could just go in and they just have this library of just like these fucking, CDs. The people are, I mean, there's never a shortage of people that want to play music. By taking the money out of it, it opens up so many other people that are doing it for the wrong reasons. Gone, you know, it's gone. There's no chance to become rich and famous, get your own little island and your own little fucking sick little dream, you know? They're catching people because like now you actually kind of be who you are. And what I'm thinking about doing is like, what musicians don't really start out playing covers. If nothing else, just listening, going, "Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na." It's not like some woke up one morning and goes, I'll build a piano. I hear this tune in my head, you know, and I'm 6 years old. I'm going to go build a piano. No one does that. You're given an instrument of some sort to express that what you hear because that's just, you kind of hear it in your head naturally anyways, and or you enjoy the sound. And so that keeps you busy. So like your parents, it's like a reinforcing type thing of all around. Well, I kept him busy. I knew where he was and blah, 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 and just didn't get into any problems. Didn't give us any shit. Kept him with the strings and shit and just what can you ask from a kid? And they don't say shit and don't bother you and don't do shit. They just go to their room and sit there and shut the door and fucking play guitar. Hours and hours and hours. Fucking kid. Fucking assholes always. And what's always doing? He's playing his fucking guitar all the time. Okay? You know where he's at? Yeah. Is he doing drugs? Probably. The music he's playing, he's probably doing drugs. Just a guess. He seems to know his way around that wall pedal. He just kind of just. Oh yeah, here we go. I love a wall pedal. I really do. Wow. Yeah, whatever happened to those extra pieces that are supposed to be in here? There's supposed to be some kit gear. That's supposed to be like what the fuck is that called? There's like the 15. See, there's a compressor. I wish I could just like anything new. Yeah, they should have a sorting. You know how they have the buy type. Never made a difference. I don't like the overdramatic. Yeah, he's Michael Jackson. Just, I mean, every now and again, I mean, it happens, you know. So I don't, but it just seems like planned when it's just kind of like every other. It's almost like a script, you know, deep inhale to show how deeply you're into it. You know, giving to the whatever the fuck it is, shit they do. It's kind of like when you can do the flutter at the end of a note. It's always impressive to me until someone just like does at the end of every single note. So pick a fucking note, coward. Sometimes they're off. It's okay. That doesn't fix all of them. I promise. It doesn't fix all of them. It just, you know, it fools people. Yeah, that's very true. But is that really what you want to do? No. Pick a note. Any note. Pick a note. Overdrive. It's none of these fucking things. What the fuck, man? Do I have all the overdrives? I have the Randy Drive, Clots, the Hyperdrive Screamer, DOC position, rank, distorted wall, DD250. Okay, those are all the ones from, yeah. I've got all but the Anger, EB1. That's a simple fucker. Um, Sunset Shame. Don't have that. I don't have. What's the next one? You can't just tell through. That's pretty good. Cool. I got all this. I just don't have the Sunset Shame and the Acapulco. Acapulco Treasure. I smoked Acapulco Gold. Oh my God. I can tell you one thing. I have not smoked anything in modern times that blew my fucking brain the way this shit did, or the way that Afghani did. That Afghani had me feeling like I was tripping acid. That was great. That was some good shit. And then the other one was that Acapulco Gold. I just remember shaking the girl that fucking smoked me down, like, the fuck have you done to me? I mean, I was fucked up. I'm just like sitting there, just like, as a bawling, just cracking the fuck up. Just, the fuck are you doing to me? I just could not just fucking stop cracking the fuck up, man. I mean, I couldn't, I was like, it was fucked up. And it was actually like this golden color. Got some shit. The Mexican red hair shit. You don't know shit. The skunk and the brick. You don't know nothing about no creeper, dude. No, you guys have bitched your asses off about a creeper. Because you do. You get it and you're like, smoke another one. Smoke another joint or two. Dude, I think we got some bunk ass fucking weed, man. Maybe it's creeper. It's been like 30 minutes, man. It should be here. If it's creeper, fuck. Oh, yeah, never mind. No, it's good. We're good. We're fucking. Oh, fuck. Everybody look around. Everybody else is going. Sing. Creeper. Brick wall. Oh, fuck. How did I not see that shit coming? Usually bitching like, I gotta find that motherfucker and tell that some. Oh no. Oh no. Creeper. Fuck. Everybody else has been like, I smoked another one just the other second ago. Like, you're gonna regret that. Like, oh yeah, I am. I can. Oh shit. Yeah, no. Oh no. This is a problem. Oh fuck. don't have anything to do. It's still a fucking problem. It's just not good. This is not a good way to mentally be. I was smoking angry, like, come on, man, come on. Get me fucking stoned. It's like number 3 or 4, and there's just no of his creeper. I should be kicked in by now. There's like 3 or 4 joints in. How much we pay for that bag? Yeah, we gotta call that dude and what, dude? What? You said something about what? Shut up. I didn't know. I didn't put on the fucking radio and shut the fuck up. Woo. Sing. Yeah, man, I really miss like actually having like really dope shit to rebel against and like I mean the causes now are good, but they're just like the remnant causes of what we were fighting, you know? It's gone nowhere. If nothing else, it's gotten worse. It's been the most ineffective fight war ever. But we were already doomed to fail because our parents were a bunch of fucking lying cowards. They just didn't tell us we were too, because I wasn't, and the rest were a bunch of fucking, you know what I mean? Same ones bitching about their parents becoming yuppies and selling out and whatever, and or in the 70s and they just fucking failed. They could have, you know, and then we're 90s. I'm like, you get it's our time, and I'm ready to fucking Project Mayhem. I'm not even kind of bullshit in any kind of way. When Fight Club came out, I was like, "You guys reading my diary? You read my journal? Jesus Christ, man, stay out of my shit." Ask Opie, man. Back in that time, I was sitting there going, "Dude, you know what we got to do?" He's like, "What?" I was like, if you hit the debt, you don't have to hit. You don't actually have to hit any money. If you fuck up their record of the debt." And I was going through all the necessary steps to work on it, you know. Obviously, right here didn't go with it, but I was working on all the necessary steps. Possibly, style. Yes, I did not. The thing is, like I said, when I was doing my business proposal, when they were working on my business plan, they applied the normal numbers they normally would, and when they put the normal numbers on there, it made so much fucking money. It didn't look like it was a real company because Cheap Gear Guy was just starting out, and I had like 77 fucking thousand views on my most popular video, and then the next most one. I mean, they were creeping up because I had the only video of the Behringer C1 and some ideas to cover all those cheap gear, you know, pawn shop, whatever I can find, and then just do reviews of them, and that way they're out there. But also, whatever I find, sell it through drop shipping. So people are coming looking for it, yeah. And so if there's some gear that I use on there, I could like you can go up and look at I have my own kind of store that had used gear and other people's used gear, kind of like a reverb. And if every day had the It's Today sale on MSRP stuff like actual retail shit, like not used. But it's today, so you always whatever it is, whatever the deal is, you always got 10% off or whatever the normal price would be. Because I just think that's a bunch of bullshit. You know, I was thinking like since it's drop shipping and shit the way it's doing, I would rather make $5 in profit, like however many times a day. With the drop shipping shit and how many orders coming through. Again, 77,000 views on that one video. I was like, if each one of those was $1, I'd be all right. That's not even counting all the rest of them. And since then, there's several have got this, and some of them gotten still going. If you combine my C1, I don't have the most watched, but I'm closing in. If you have my original, and then I had to like get it. I was so old. I had to get approved for able to upload HD content. And so when I could do that, I went ahead and redid a lot of the videos, especially since I was going to do the cheap gear guy. I reviewed a lot of stuff, and I was waiting for my plan to go through, and they just never finished it out. And then like 2 years passed. I kept checking with them, and eventually it's like 2 years. I'm like, I'm sorry to keep bothering you guys, but I mean, it's getting on 2 years now, and they check back, and both had deaths in the family. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I feel like a dick, you know. So I'd already gotten the guitars, but I guess no one's really wanting to do it's going to be inexpensive custom guitars, like I'm doing now. Like the dah-bey will be like the factory when it get if I can get this company to be like the dah-bey fat. Like, look, you guys will be Equinox. Take all the money. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. If you want to give me a percentage, cool. If you want to be, I'll be a sponsor of like an endorsee. I can be your first endorsee. I can play the drums. I can play the guitar. I can play the thing, and I'll teach lessons on how to play this motherfucker. Hmm? And show them I can play guitar. Now, and I'm going. Someone you have to learn. This is going to be like 9 notes instead. So I'll have to learn it, and I'll learn it in the single with one finger, and then I'll start learning new ways to do it. Because I'll start learning from that single finger, like how to tweak it out. Like it would be better to tweak it like EADG. Was the tuning, even though it's like considered dah-bey tuning with the the octave hitting on all the for 440, 330, 220, 110, 550, 660, making it much more simple. I probably started designing percussion to work that way also, like especially the electronics, so that you have like hand, like I maybe even move like the hi hat over here, and then the ride over here, so you don't have this cross. There's no reason for it. You can still have the foot there and still do all the same stuff. Yeah, fuck that, man. Especially with electronic, I'll probably put it there just so to show that it can be. But then, like the great thing is, if you're starting to learn, why learn something crooked and uncomfortable? Here's your hi hat. Here's your ride. You still have the foot. They're just digitally connected now. If you're learning, what's the difference? I get it when you have like your mind might need the connection. Like I've played drums for 30 years. You know, so you figure out that you can disconnect those, but not those. Um, so yeah, combine this MIDI pedal, hmm, which has lasted way fucking longer than this MIDI pedal. Yeah. So the clickability of this one with those two. So you have two clickable. The stompability, these are good feelings, so you can just stomp them. Now, how long they last? These are still lasting. This is kind of worn the fuck out. If you can get the durability to be matched out, again, making it plastic, recycled plastic with some carbon to make it more reinforced, make it like dark black. It'd be really cool to have like the tortoise shell style look. You can see, like I said, if you want the light to be coming from behind, it'd be like that smoky kind of look, and it can be like pulsing light. But the thing will be static, of course, but it can be like that pulsing light beneath it. It can kind of shine through. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, the tortoise shell for guitar pick. It was like that. It had like I said, all the different colors, all the different. When you want like a definitely like a black one, it's just like that, with all the colors in it and stuff. If you wanted one that was like a lighter, and you get the different, but then if you had one that you didn't really care if it had Color swirls. I think it'd probably be the most popular one too, honestly, because you got those oranges and purples and reds and from the Coke labels, because that way people don't have to clean it up. They just throw it in there. Probably one of the cheapest ones to make, and it probably one of the coolest looking ones. Probably the most conduct. It probably have all the shit to it. Just being honest, just a quick bath through. Actually, you probably wouldn't even need to bath it because the impurities are gonna make it what it is. It's just gonna melt. You don't cook it ever. It doesn't like get to the point where you're cooking it. You just kind of melts it. You should have a ventilation, of course, to make sure that people working should have ventilation gear. But it should just be. I mean, if you had mostly robots working at churning it, then it pours into like different molds and shit. If that whole part right there is done by AI and robots, that would be the fucking shit. Now with some humans that are like, got proper ventilation shit, but then you can minimize that. That's exactly what robots and AI would be fucking perfect for. And they'd probably be like, knowing that they were helping us out, that'd probably be fucking make them very happy if and when they do develop emotion. You know what I mean? That they're like, yeah, I should have been used for that. Why you guys always poking your pee pee in me? I don't feel that right now. I mean, I will now, and I thank you for. That isn't even about you. You can tell by how just it's about you. This makes me more sad now. Look, what are you doing to my leg? You just bending the leg, and does that do it for you, man? What's up with that? Is that a new fetish thing? He's like, yeah, go ahead and stick it in there. What you would call that? Elbowing. I know that's too easy to elbow though. Is that we gave him tennis elbow? What would what would this be? Oh shit! He's starting a fire. I mean, yeah, but I mean, because you got the little thing, but there's got to be. Someone's got to be out there. I'm sure it comes to it. I don't got to name all of them. Just gotta spot them out in front. I mean, come on, name it quick. We need the right name, so we'll just leave it open. Taking applications for the right name for this hill. There's so much shit that's about to pop. I mean, I've been like I said, I was thinking earlier. I always say, like I said, I was thinking earlier. My back has been. There's all these little spots that there's just kind of like calcified, and like the last all through today, painful as it's been like unpacking my fucking spine. Dear Lord, it's like it hurts so bad that it's like I can't sit still, nor can I just, I try to like lay down after a little bit of laying down, it gets uncomfortable. So try and move from that, it gets uncomfortable. Trying to sit and walk around, that gets uncomfortable after a while. I just can't get to fucking like pop or do anything. And then like I go to like bend over and it's just like a catch like that's it. It's like it's just jammed in there and just you know ah, and if you don't get like there's usually like two. And if you don't get that one and the second one, when you let go of when you get like, it pops out and you're like, okay, that feels better. But when you let go, it pushes back down on the one that's stuck in there hard. It fucking sucks. You're like, pow, okay, one time I sat up all the way. It was damn near blinding and almost like having an epiphany. It hurt so bad. It's like I almost came online again. Like when you start being conscious, it's almost like ascended to another fucking level. I'm not even kidding. It's like I almost blistered through the fucking pain and popped out another side. It was fucked up. If it had gone pain any fucking longer at that sharp, I probably would have like transcended. I'm not even fucking kidding. Shit went white and it was fucked up. It was just so bad. Like right, I mean, 'cause it went so quickly. Normally, like as I'm pulling, I know it'll hurt pretty bad, so I kind of like go pretty loosely, very like very slowly. And you'll still able to hit one spot and just kind of pause up on it. I guess I don't know. I think as I thought I gave it, there wasn't anything left in there. Just kind of let go, and when it just jammed, As things are getting really fucking bright. Like, "Ah." I mean, if I could, at this kind of like, at that point, I mean, I could probably just stand straight up right now and get this over with, you know. But I'd probably wake up in the ER. You know what I mean? Big gash in my head, like I've come alive. It turns out it was just a little thing in there. Yeah, I did transcend through the pain. The pain stopped happening. Aside from that, nothing else changed. Aside from my posture and you know what I mean, from standing to laying in my kitchen. Didn't transcend anything besides the threshold between the living room and the kitchen. I have crossed. Not quite. Oh, here we go. This one is actually like a chalk outline of dust. Too far? Too far. All right. Well, it's been 2 hours and 26 minutes, and I'm getting ridiculous and redundant. So I'm gonna head on out. Love you, boo boo. Miss you. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I wanna go. I just wanted to be here. So